All right. What's up, folks, man? Let's get into this one, man. I got to send my condolences to this guy, man. I got to send my condolences to him and his family, man. I don't know much about Greg Biffle. I heard the name. I'm not a NASCAR person, not a person that watches NASCAR at all. I have my thoughts about NASCAR, the participants and fans of NASCAR. Uh, I have those thoughts on them, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of NASCAR, but after hearing this story, and seeing a coworker who sent it was like, I guess she watches what you call, and I seen there was a plane crash. I'm like, dang. And she's like some Greg Biffle dude. I'm like, I know. I when I heard the name, she said the name, and I'm like thinking like, is that a NASCAR dude or something? And then seeing that multiple people had lost their lives, I'm like, damn, another plane crash, another plane dropping out the sky again. Another one, they just had one with United. Lucky that plane was able, and that would have been bad. It was something dealing with a failure in the plane that started a fire. I believe that was somewhere in DC, and that was a large plane. I believe a 777 or something that ended up having some type of failure of the engine, and whatever flew out ended up causing some type of brush fire. That plane had some real critical issue, and they weren't able to uh, uh, control that flight. I mean, control that plane and continue to fly out off of the one engine, because that's the other thing with those planes. Those planes' engines are that damn powerful that even at its heaviest during takeoff, that a plane as large as a 777 is still able to take off, get airborne, stay in the air on that one engine, and get itself turned back around, dump fuel, and then land. So this situation with Greg Biffle, as well as his family, that's the cold part. When that news came out, it almost sounded like some Kobe Bryant type shit. And the hearing that there was 7 people lost their lives, it included his wife and his 2 children. That is, oh man, that is heartbreaking. And then there was 2 other people that they've stated have lost their lives. So a total of 7 people. But this dude loses everybody. No. So that'd be 3 more people. So it's a family of 4 with them, plus 3 more people. And there's probably a family or maybe other members of his family. All those people gone. Oh man, that is super tragic, homie. And they show with their situations that they end up taking off, and something ended up happening during the course of their flight after they took off, that they immediately began to turn back around and head right back towards this airport. And that's all she wrote. And then there was footage of the plane coming in there, exploding on contact. It's full of fuel. So you already know what kind of situation that is. Probably nothing but remains of these people, man. And the fact that these kids, man, have barely got here, man. Like I said, this reminded me of the Kobe situation with his daughter, but lucky the rest of his family wasn't on there. It's like, wow, man. That's why I'd be like, man, what is going on with the world of aviation, man? American aviation, what is going on? I wonder if the NTS, I mean not NTS, well, yeah, the NTSB or FAA will report that there been an increase of aircraft emergencies, from crashes, the near misses, all that crap. Like, what the hell is going on? It was a situation. Was this today? I think believe that was yesterday. Whatever day I was driving by the Vegas airport, and I almost pulled my phone up when I seen 2 large commercial size airplane taking off from the airport at the same damn time. And it was one of those aircraft. It was like a United aircraft. It was a large United aircraft. And then there was one of these 737s that those scientific people who go out to the former nuclear test site that they fly out of Vegas. It was taken off from the other runway, but those planes, when they take off, depending on what runways they take off, they end up making in this situation that they flying parallel, coming off at the same time. That one ended up making a sharp left turn and heading out towards. And I was like looking like, dang, was that a mistake, or how the hell did that occur? I was like, wow, that's looked a little dangerous, being how close those planes are together, taking off at the same damn time. So that was kind of wild to me seeing that. And I'm like, man, there is some strange stuff going on within aviation. Of course, I got to point it back towards y'all president, everything he's doing in this administration, tearing away at things. Is there an issue going on within the maintenance that aircraft owner and airlines are performing on these damn aircraft? Are there corners being cut in the maintenance and upkeep of these aircraft? Because I know some people love to try to get by through some of the required maintenance schedules they have on these aircraft because it's very expensive. Are they sneaking in a few extra flights before taking these mugs in, man? So and they're gonna have to investigate that, man, of what happened that led to this damn crash shortly after damn takeoff. I mean, it didn't take off and then crash. They were coming back for some damn reason. Some type of emergency was going on. Something was happening with that airplane, but that airplane being able to make it back. Maybe the landing was a little bit too fast. The landing was too heavy, and he crashed. Who knows? Maybe they don't have the ability to dump fuel on those aircraft, and it must have been that damn serious for this dude to try to get that plane back on the ground. But with his family, the wife and kids, oh my God, man, the tragedy and that shit. Man. And there's going to be a family, man, from her family to his family, and then the family of the other ones on that plane. They are about to be hurt. They're about to be seriously hurt by this one. Then you have all this stuff that goes on financially, and that ain't even the thing to really talk about. It's about that kind of crap, whether or not there's an issue. I doubt if there's any liability with the aircraft manufacturer. It's going to definitely point towards something that Greg Biffle, if he's the one flying it, that's his airplane. If something he did wrong, like what? But damn, you put your family on these planes, man, to take a trip, and everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. That's the crazy ish with these type of situations right here. Man. How unfortunate, man. Real unfortunate situation. Then I want to get into this thing because I want to put, in addition to this in the title, was this issue with Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa and his dang Snoop Dogg isms done caught up with him over in Romania. This fool going to jail in Romania. Oh my God. This is not good, man. This is not good. Man, let me go ahead and pull up Wiz Khalifa. This fool over in Romania. Let me pull Romania because a lot of people don't know where certain countries are located. They failed in geography and all that other stuff growing up in school. Let me get Wiz Khalifa name on here real quick. Wiz Khalifa. This fool going to jail. They say he may face up to 9 months over there. 9 months, and he ain't got no gang in there. Ain't no, what's that gang he from? Ain't no Taylor gang in Romania. It ain't no Taylor gang over there. He gonna run into one of these little, they probably got these little Nazi type gangs over there, and they gonna be whooping this boy ass. Yeah, they don't really show this fool, man. He should learn to put the weed down. This is one time he should have left the weed alone. Leave them trees back. You better start learning these other countries' laws before you out there doing what the hell you want in somebody else's country. Lucky they ain't doing like, remember that fool in the Philippines was in there knocking people off? That fool was in there knocking, you was over there as a dope dealer, he was having you executed and all that other stuff. Brittany Griner. Remember, she took her big tranny self up over to Russia. She went to Russia to go play some basketball. End up catching a dang super case. Went into a Russian prison. That had to be an experience of a lifetime. So this is where this fool is. So Romania. So You may have heard about Romania, not so much in World War II, but it's probably part of the USSR as well. Here it is near Hungary, just deep into Europe. This is like super Europe. He in super Europe. So this is where this fool at, and he far away from Pittsburgh. I think Wiz Khalifa now from he down there like he from LA and stuff, but he from it's a long drive from Pittsburgh and a long flight. It's an extremely impossible drive there, so it's very far. So they can't drive the black and yellow whip all the way to Romania to go save they family member or their child, but they got to take a very, very, very long flight into a country called Romania, where it probably ain't a black person in sight. You end up zooming in on this country. Wiz Khalifa probably the only black person up in it right now. Only black person within it. He fighting the dang super the super Klux Klan. He fighting some real Klux Klans up over there. Let me pull up something on Romania. Let me check out Romania. Let me see. They probably tough over there. Let me see. Romania. I know damn well we gonna see Wiz Khalifa with all type of black eyes when they show that fool again. Let me see. Let me go to Romania. Yeah, he definitely, and I know he been trying to study that Tybo stuff, but it ain't gonna work over there. That Tybo stuff, Wiz Khalifa been in there working, ain't gonna work over there. These fools is part of like the Khabib type folks that Russell Bears and do all that other stuff, and they gonna jump you. They gonna jump you. You ain't getting a fair one over there. It definitely ain't no black people in there. Let me check out the demographic. I don't even think some Africans is even Africans have even been immigrants over there. Let me see. According to the 2021 Romanian census, Romania's population was 19 million. Oh man, so about 50,000 of them in prison. She says, like other countries in the region, says the population is expected to decline gradually as a result of sub replacement of fertility rates. Dang, what does that mean? Is that immigrants? Says in the negative immigration rate. So what is sub replacement? Fertility rate says the total fertility rate says that if sustains leads to each new generation being less populous than the older previous one in a given area. Okay, so that's what it is, sub replacement. So the United Nations Population Division defines sub replacement fertility as any rate below approximately 2.1 children born per women of childbearing age. Says, but the threshold can be as high as 3.4 in some developing countries because of higher mortality rates. So they want women at least having like 3 and 4 children. Let me see. So they ain't having enough children over there. So you definitely know there ain't a lot of African people over there. So let me see. According to the 2021 Romanian census, Romanians made up 89.3 percent of the population. Hungarians made up 6.4, and Roma. Okay, yeah, they just the other part of the population is just more Europeans. Let's see, but many ethnicities are not recorded. Says they do not have ID cards. Okay, so they ain't counting Africans. Let me see where they show immigration class. Let me see what does immigrants look like. Says in 1930 there were 745,000 Germans living in Romania. It says, but only 36,000 remain in the country to this day. So the Germans end up fleeing up out of there. The total fertility rate in 2018 was approximately 1.3 children born per woman. It says, which is below the replacement rate of 2.1. So they're dying off. Says the one of the lowest in the world. Says it remains considerably below. Okay, I gotta look at what the women look like. That could be a factor into why they have this sub what does they call that? The sub let me get that word again. The boom boom boom. What is that? The sub replacement fertility rate. So it could be a reason why they have the sub replacement utility rate. They probably got these old standards in the country. The women ain't looking good no more. In 2014, it says 31% of births were to unmarried women. It says the birth rate says is much lower than the mortality rate. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything else about race. So yeah, Wiz Khalifa is in trouble over there. Wiz, you in trouble, homeboy. You better hope because they having this sub replacement fertility issue that all the people in prison with you old as hell. You better hope you're there with a bunch of old ass fools who punches don't hurt. Yeah, but you messed up bringing that damn weed over there, and you gonna learn a tough lesson. Be gone that damn long, homie. Dang, fool. They about to have Wiz in there doing MMA with them fools. He about to be in there on some MMA. Oh man, they about to beat the homie Wiz up. It ain't one thing about a black fool nowhere in sight on this dang report. Let me go and pull up the women. Let's see what the women in Romania look like. Uh, but it's not for Wiz to look at because any woman Wiz gonna be looking at is definitely transgender because you going to prison over there. So women is out of the book in this situation for Wiz. Talking about any of us, you fools who want to be passport bros. And let's see, Romanian women. Let's check them out. Not too bad. Clothes is, I see someone with African clothes on. Let me see. Let me check them out. One thing they show when you go to these countries in this region of the world, they never show any body feature. They love showing these women hair and all that other kind of weird stuff, which is weird to me. Let's go here. Let's check them out. Let's check out the chickadees. Let's see what Romania brings to the table. So it could be leading to why the birth rate is so low. All right, so this is Romanian women wearing traditional national costume. That look like some knockoff. These women, how they get these type of costumes? This ain't real. They got some old African knockoff type stuff. I mean, that's the common thing with appropriation. This is what they wear. So they must really like black folks. So they definitely immediately putting Wiz in there before one of these women be on Wiz. They really got some African type stuff going on. I gotta go back in that history. Where did Romania get that? It must not be a lot of sunlight over. The women are very, very pale in complexion, but they rocking like African style design on shit. A little bit of Viking and African style. That's what I see. African and Viking meets. Let me see. This is different. The women ain't too bad. Why the dudes ain't jumping on these chicks? Man, it must be something wrong with the dudes. So Wiz is in trouble, homie. That's what it is. Man, these chicks is fine in Romania. I think hey Romania, y'all can have Trump because Trump need to fix something in y'all society, man. Y'all got a lot of punks over there or something. Look at these chicks, man. And they got it's some African stuff going on over there. Man, these fools ain't trying to bust in these chicks. Oh yeah, the dudes over there is strange. Yeah, Wiz might be in trouble, homie. Wiz gonna come out here looking like Max B and shit, trying to. No, Wiz gonna come out here acting like what's that damn fool from New York? The other little rapper who used to do the little dance and shit everybody used to be doing. What's that fool? When he get out here, he be doing some of the zestiest shit. Bobby Smurder. That's how Wiz gonna come from out of there. Bobby Smurdered. Because these dudes over there, I think, like other dudes. And that's why the population falling under. Yeah, because these are some nice chicks. European ain't my style, but these chicks are very nice over there. Very nice. Look, they got my other country, Latvia. The other country where what was Latvia going on? Latvia was having too many chicks. Latvia got too many chicks. Romania, the chicks ain't getting humped on. So I'm looking at some other stuff. These chicks got, oh, wait a minute. It's a black dude over here. Look at this Romanian chick. She's super happy. She's super happy. Yeah, see, I need to be over on that side of the world. These are nice chicks, and these dudes ain't doing nothing with them. They're a bunch of weird ass dudes. Look at this. This is high quality snow right here. Yeah, I'll be like the Michigan. You can't send that Michigan coach over here. The Michigan Wolverine coach cannot go to Romania. Yeah, this is top level snow. Yeah, I mean, not them. They definitely went past they damn prime. But look, they even sewing up African style sewing. African style sewing. Look at this. These fools might have went over Africa, colonized, and brought this style back. But this is top level snow. Definitely top level snow. And these dudes over there ain't doing nothing to these girls. Oh my God. Yeah, this is pure snow. Man, these fools is tripping. Let me go back over to Romania. There's something weird about these dudes over here. Romania probably got a high LGBTQ population over there. And Wiz, they gonna be singing that Michael Jackson shit. Wiz gonna get approached in the shower. Them niggas gonna be playing do 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 do. That's what Wiz gonna hear in that motherfucking shower. Do 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 do. Wait, what's that song Michael Jackson be singing? Your butt is mine. Yeah, that is that song. That's what they gonna be coming up the Wiz and shit. Wiz gonna be trying that karate shit, not knowing these dudes don't even fuck with the women in that country. Let me see. It gotta be some other controversial shit over here. That's why they going with this upside down birth rate. These dudes scared of these chicks. They scared. It says Romania is a developing country. Says with a high income economy. Says it is a unitary republic. Says with a multi party system and a semi presidential representative democracy. Says let me see. Unitarian says the sovereign state says governed by a single entity says in which, so just like the United States, so Romania and all that shit as well. So they are a high income economy. Let's see what their GDP is. Let's see. So they doing their thing. Yeah, Wiz, you in trouble around these fools. You brought weed to the wrong damn country and it happened to be illegal. So they got almost $1 trillion economy with 19 million people in there. Per capita, 48,000 a year. I don't even know what they damn what the country produces. Yeah, so this fool really screwed himself going into this country, not paying attention to its laws. Think he can go around and be Snoop Dogg anywhere in the world, and maybe Snoop Dogg. He probably asked Snoop, "Have you been to Romania?" Yeah, man, I went over there and I had pounds of the best, and I was over there puffing on that shit, not knowing that these fools are not playing that crap. They're not playing that, and Wiz is screwed, homie. They gonna give. So let me go on the Wiz story. So let me go into the Wiz story about how he finds himself caught up in this situation in a country with dudes who don't even jump on top of these pretty women they have over there. Let me go back up. And so this is his Wiz story, man. I couldn't believe. I seen just popped out of nowhere. This fool, I didn't even know he was going through a trial. This fool was sentenced to jail in Romania for drug possession just for having it. He didn't even put it in the air. Says it appears Wiz Khalifa sparked up in the wrong place. Says the American rapper is facing a 9-month jail sentence in Romania for drug possession after police allegedly found 18 grams of cannabis on him during last year's Beach Please festival in the coastal town of what is that Costa Nasti? How you say that? Police stopped and searched Khalifa. So they stopped and searched him. Said, "What is this? What is this kind doing over here? This boy a little bit too dark to be chilling up in our country. He definitely must got some drugs up on him. We gonna go check his bag." And bam, the fool had the chronic. He had the chronic, and the chronic is not allowed. The album is allowed, but not the stuff that these fools smoking on. So that's what Wiz realized. So he probably read in the travel contraband in the country and contraband not allowed and allowed. And he saw chronic allowed, not knowing it was chronic by Dr. Dre. So this fool, Dr. Dre and Snoop, that's what it was. He did not look at the fine print that it was Dr. Dre and Snoop. And it says Khalifa says was initially fined $800. So this is their money, 3,600 lira. How you say that? Li, which is $830. And Wiz paid that. Bam! Give me my dope. I want to go smoke some more of it. And they said, okay, yeah, you thinking it's America. We needed that $830, but we're gonna get you back over here. Says for illegal possession of dangerous drugs. They call it dangerous. says back in April, said we don't want you little weed heads turning and seducing our Romanian chicks over here that the dudes don't even want to mess with. Says, but prosecutors appealed and sought a harsher sentence. Woo! The prosecutor said, no, keep your $830. We want life, homie. You dare bring this stuff in, influencing the young Romanian youth with that old ghetto-fied American hood stuff. Hell no. We want the maxo. We about to max this fool out. We gonna teach these little Romanian gyms that we don't mess with that kind of stuff. We don't want none of that Wiz Khalifa and Snoop stuff going over here. What's that movie Wiz and had? High School. We don't want none of that high school stuff over here in Romania, the home of the casserole. We don't want none of that stuff here. Says the efforts resulted in Khalifa being definitively convicted. So he was convicted of possession of dangerous drugs. Says without right for personal consumption. Without right for personal consumption. So I guess you got to have the right to smoke this stuff. So he didn't call the right people. That's what it was. He called the wrong people. He called Snoop. He called Snoop for information on these people laws. Says throughout a career, says a stretch over 15 years. Man, let's see. We beyond his 15 years. He going to jail. Says he titled his 2010 breakout mixtape Cushion Orange Juice. And that's the ironic part. He going to jail because of that first album. The breakout album is why he's going to jail. Let me see. Then he had says it has released cannabis inspired songs such as Medicated, Still Blazing. Oh yeah. They knew to check this. This is the fool. We got a fool on the manifest who make music, and these are the titles of his songs. Yeah. So because Khalifa is a U.S. citizen and doesn't live in Romania, Romanian authorities would need to file an extradition request to ensure Khalifa serve. Oh man, these dummies, man, catch me if you can, fool. So they're going. I thought they extradited Wiz back over to Romania. So they did a court trial with him being home. Hey, please. Yeah, you can kiss my ass, Romania. I'll never come back over. So Wiz is safe. It says it's unclear at this point, says whether that's in the cards. Oh, so Wiz, you're cool, homie. You better just start worrying about where you fly at. You don't know if they got a CIA or FBI type group that'll catch you and kidnap you at some damn airport and bring you back over there. All right, so he cool. He ended up not being there and stuff. So, I mean, you better wake up. All you damn dumb rappers, man. That'd be the problem. Rappers don't know how to read. They don't know how to read what's banned in other countries. They don't know how to read their contracts. And the list just go on about how dumb a lot of these dudes is from the fact that they don't read. Some of them can't read. That's why some of them talking about, I didn't even write my lyrics. I just went in the booth and kicked it off the top of my dome, because if you wrote it, you would not get it. You wouldn't even understand it. It'd be some old Pootie Tang type shit. And let me say what's up to y'all in the chat. And then Deuce Time in the building says, really? Says first time I clicked on your channel, says, and gotta ask, says, we moving up, really? Man, moving up, cuzzo. Moving up. They done gave a boy ads in this mug, homie. Shashad in the building, you're rolling. Kitty Boy's right here in the building says Romania says would have to file an extradition request. Says this was from 2024. It says he's back in the U.S. and that fool better stay in the U.S. Let me see. What's an update from Wiz. Probably him with a blunt in his hand. Let's see what Wiz got. I thought Wiz was sitting in one of their jails. I didn't know that fool made it all the way back. Yeah, Romania is about dumb as hell. That's how I'd have been. Oh, you gonna let me out? Oh yeah, I'll be back, man. Here go my bail. You can have this $830. I'm gonna definitely be back. I'm a man of my word. Psych. Yeah, y'all can have that court case without me, dummies. I'm chilling in Mikasa, homie. I done brought me a Romanian chick back. Yeah, let me see. I done rescued me some Romanian chicks, and we in there having a good time. Yeah, they down there like Amber Rose and shit. So you can have him a full. He got Amber Rose a half Romanian. He getting a full Romanian right there. So this fool Wiz Khalifa. Let me see what this fool posts, because he should be in jail right now. Let me see. So Wiz Khalifa, who should be in jail. Look, first thing he posts, I see on the post is this fool says he made this live on Twitch. So he on here. I can't show it because what this fool on here doing. So he definitely doing with what got him arrested. He ain't learned this damn lesson. He says, yeah, he ain't learned his lesson. So he showcasing and highlighting. Yeah, I can't even put Wiz channel up here on the thing because every damn photo is him getting high. I know I seen it one time. He went on what's that show? He went on Back on Fig and then there had everybody on cloud nine. This fool was in there smoking so much. Yeah, I can't post none of this fool content on YouTube because every damn thing is. I think he has officially passed Snoop Dogg. I think he's really become like a student of Snoop Dogg. He's definitely a Snoop Dogg protege, and he is definitely coming to the form of a Snoop Dogg's influence. So I can't even put that mess up on the screen because it's just too much him smoking. Man, this fool is crazy, man. So I don't blame him, man. Smoke away, you back home. Them fools about dumb as hell. They think you going back over there. Boston Scholar in the building says salute to KP, salute the Deuce, Jashawn there rolling. Wiz Khalifa in there happy and smoking. Boxer Sparring says Red says that 1776 posted it to my account, fam. Says I ain't no Trump fan, says, but he came through for me and military folks. Man, Trump ain't give you a dirty red penny. And then Deuce Time says, so Wiz ain't even out there. Says this is just a slander piece. Says a slander piece then. Yeah, these fools about as dumb as hell to even do a court case. But how you gonna do a court case and I ain't even in the court? Like I'm in a whole new country, fool. But knowing Trump, they may slide Trump one of them old Romanian Epstein book Epstein flight log listed little chicks and shit, and Snoop may slide Wiz Khalifa back over there. They gonna figure it out when we see Wiz in there swooped up in the middle of the night and sent to Romania. They done worked the deal with Epstein Island Trump. Matt F says 1706 says is the number, says so stop the cap, says you pedo lovers. Yeah, these fools be lying like a mug loving Trump. Trump ain't about to give these fools a dirty red cent. I hope if he giving it to the military folks, he giving it to veterans, man. I'd spend some of the Trump money. Hopefully he giving it to the veterans too. Shoot. And at Deuce Time, like Deuce Time say, shoot me that change, man. And he says, told Red says Trump was going to shoot that change. So where your change at? Let me see if I got some change. I don't think nobody got no change. I think Trump was lying. He sure ain't talking about that $2,000 of I mean, no, what he called tariff residuals. You ain't getting a residual check from the tariffs like you out here with a hot album on the streets. Let me see. What did I give me some $1776? Let me see what came through. But no, he said it's supposed to be towards the end of the year or something. Yeah, I don't see no 1776 money for me. Where mine's at, Trump? I need a little bit of that change too. Shoot your boy some change, Trump. What happened? I'm too black. What's the deal, man? Why I can't get a piece of that? Why I can't get a piece of that? I'm a real American, Trump. Hook your boy up. Hey, y'all want to do that mixtape show still? And then and the boxer sparring says being in the military says and been to a whole lot of places around the world, says them countries don't play by the same rules we do. Says especially if they don't have a SOFA agreement, with the USA. Says you fuck around, says and find out overseas, bro. Yeah, I would not mess around overseas. That's why I don't want no passport. I don't want no passport. I know they be what's what I'm looking for. I know they be archiving what you be saying. I'll be saying some ill shit about other countries. So I know to not take my black ass anywhere on the other side of the Atlantic. Only so far I can go across the Pacific, and that's in Hawaii, and that's where I stop. Maybe Japan. I never talk bad about Japan. I can probably go into Japan. I don't think I ever talk bad about China. I could probably go there. I ain't never talk bad about Russia except Putin. I gotta wait for Putin to kick the bucket and make sure ain't none of his homies in power. if I ever go to Russia. So, because I talk bad about Putin and shit. I used to like Putin, but I think Putin an idiot. And then Jashawn saying, yeah, about the mixtape show. But who else I talk bad about? A lot of countries I've talked bad about. Talk bad about the history of their people. Talk about they women wanting us as blacker people and stuff. So, I definitely can't go. They may arrest me for that. Walk around, get out the dang TSA checkpoint over there, and I got a whole pound of stuff I ain't bring over there. Jashawn, they roll it. Boxer Sparring says, bro, says I swear on my children, says that shit posted. You in the military? He says, says I'm active duty Navy, bro. Says that shit posted today, 1776. Man, I need some of that shit too. Maybe yours East Coast time. Maybe I would have been got it if I was getting something. Says, send me your email. Says, nah, bro, you don't gotta go that far to prove a point, man. Don't ever do that shit. Because if I was on some scandalous shit, don't ever think it's that important to prove somebody that you got something. I believe you. I ain't one of these people that deny people stuff unless I can just really spot a lie. Says I'll send you the screenshot. Says of that 1776. But guess what? It wasn't Trump. That was the other lie that was put in there from Trump and how big of a liar. That the money that was being given out for this one was something that was already put aside for veterans, something dealing with BAH or something. That all Trump went in there and did is something was money approved by Congress. All Trump went in there is redirected what the funds is called. Like put his name on it. Boy's a lying ass dude. That's why it came out on what day he do that speech? Wednesday. And where he announces that in this speech. And people dumb enough to buy in. I knew it was some funny bunny business. He says, I'm in San Diego. And then and you in what's that post down there, Pendleton. But y'all, like I said, you can't believe Trump. Trump is the biggest liar on this planet. Trump is an extreme liar, homie. And he will manipulate, make shit sounds good to fit in. Like, listen, military troops, I know I'm sending you into dumb military campaigns around the world, but guess what? I'm giving you 1776. Damn fool, that money's already put aside for these idiots. And then the boxing scholar says, the boxer sparring says, you definitely a Trump supporter. And then Matt F says Congress has to pass that King Pedo says that not King Pedo. Yeah, Congress passed that money that these fools got. So deuce time, Trump ain't shooting you no change. Your belief in that dude just shows how backwards the brain has been wired. And then boxing scholar says, giving sensitive information, says, send it to me, man. Yeah, man. I hope you ain't one of them young military cats, man. Don't be gullible and stuff. Cause I got a few bitches I can send at you. And he says, since 32nd Naval Station says now he says, nah, says I'm a money supporter, says the boxing scholar. And then go on DJ. No, you're a Congress supporter because Congress sent you the money. So don't forget that. Don't ever not give Congress that credit. And then, but yeah, I got a kick out of. Oh man, I got a real kick out of yesterday. Trump little plaques outside the White House, the little Presidential Hall of Fame crap. That mess had me dying. And then I woke up to more news of this fool appointing these people in the Kennedy Center. Now Trump done put his damn name on the Kennedy Center. This fool putting his name on everything like it's gonna remain permanent. This fool got the Kennedy Center named the Trump / Kennedy Performance Arts. That dude has lost his rabbit ass mind. Man, Americans don't care about you, Trump. Stop. I don't know. Maybe this works for Trump. Maybe it makes Trump feel good. But nobody cares about you in America, Trump. Not even your former supporters. You got some hanging on by a string. We call them tethers. Some of them hanging by the tether of the threads, and they a bunch of tethers. And they look like me. They tethers. But who claim they FBA and all that shit. They just tethering on to your drawstrings. And then Go Young DJ says, Kobe and his wife says, made an agreement, says to never have the whole family ride a plane or helicopter. Man, that's how I do if I was a rich person too. If I'm flying commercial or private, we definitely got to get put on different airplanes. We definitely got to ride different airplanes. And with Trump in office, I wouldn't ride no airplanes. I do not trust this fool in this administration. Everything else just crazy that's going on. Even with RFK running the damn the CDC and all that other crap. These fools making all type of changes, man. They ain't going through nothing through the scientists, man. They just, I don't know who gonna be right, who gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna sit back and watch fools just start dropping. dropping like flies. Boxing Sparring, oh yeah, I read that one. And he says Boxing Sparring says that mean you have a price. Oh yeah, prostitution. And then the boxing scholar says, "Can Diddy buy you?" Yeah, he will sell himself to Diddy. A lot of fools will sell themselves to Diddy. That's why they're doing that shit. This time says, "I'm down for the show." All right, we gonna do the mixtape show. I'm gonna get out of here, man. I need me some Wingstop or something. And then Boxing Sparring says, I'm just about my bag. 1776, $1,776 ain't the bag. It ain't the bag. It may help a few bills, help you to buy some purchases, or maybe save the money, but it ain't the bag. It ain't the bag. And you should thank Congress for that. Let alone not Donald Trump. That money ain't come from none of the tariff money he be talking about. He got all this tariff money, but you got to wait towards the middle of the year. He talking about giving it out to you because it ain't going to happen. Always right with your boy, Reggie Owens, homeboy. I will catch y'all on the next one. Maybe do veterans get some of that 1776? Let me see. Let me see what veterans get. Do veterans get 1776? Do veterans get 1776? These fools ain't been in no conflict. They in the it says Trump promises 1776 says warrior dividend for troops. This old lie fool. He got it for the troops. I wonder, do we get a piece of what they got for the vets? Yeah, I would love to touch some of that, man. Hook us up, Trump. Shit. Hook the vets up, you chump. Let me see. So it's going to you fools still serving and shit. I'm too far gone from it. But that's all I got, folks. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'll probably be on the backup channel. We're gonna be doing mixtapes. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Out of here. Peace.